What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen the title's going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title right below. So you got this from New York Post. Secret Service investigating possible sniper's nest with sightline to Trump Air Force One arrival near Palm Beach Airport. This right here, I'm not gonna say that it's so much of surprising, and it's sad that we have to come to this to where I have to say this not surprising, but you see so much violence, and so many things is happening, that's and coming from, the left. And it's really not even so much of, point fingers here, point fingers there. This is actual like facts. I mean, you're sitting here, you have so many, when I say so many, you have so many Democrats, and I go over this all the time, every day, and I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. But y'all, they had this No Kings protest, and we don't find this, as just something that they literally had this No Kings protest, and they didn't do nothing but make things worse. In my eyes, that's what I see. Seeing that this protest and seeing how many people went out, a lot of paid protesters, by the way. If y'all didn't see that video yesterday, I posted. Make sure y'all go check it out. But when I tell y'all that there's so many individuals that were inciting violence, and just being negative and violent, it's not okay. I've never really gotten to protest or anything like that, but I feel like today it has got way worse. Especially coming from the left, how people treat people. Regardless of your views, you should never, want to do anything to anybody or anything like that. I don't go down like that. I don't like that, and I don't think it's cool whatsoever. At all. So you have here sniper's nest found near Trump's landing zone, hidden high in a tree with a 300-yard view of Air Force One's stairway. The platform was discovered just before arrival at Mar-a-Lago. So y'all have it right here. If y'all can see this little small picture down here, it's literally in a sight of that, of President Trump getting off of that Air Force One. I'm telling y'all, this is some messed up stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a small video right here. But y'all can see, right here, and what's crazy to me, and here's an update. It has an update right here. It says update for those asking about the gridlock in Palm Beach. All eastbound and westbound lanes of Southern Boulevard between Congress Avenue and Military Trail are shut down until further notice. This was earlier today. So they had all this shut down, which obviously, again, this is no surprise. But check it out right here, what this guy has to say.
Perimeter for Air Force One over there, West Palm Beach, has been compromised. Breaking news just coming in is that Secret Service, Homeland Security, just found a hunting stand, like a deer hunting stand in a.
And for those that always say, if y'all have to turn up your volume, I suggest do so. I barely can hear this video as well, and I couldn't find another one out, so I apologize.
With a direct line of target over there at Air Force One. At this point, Mr. President, we need you to take further precautions. Country cannot afford, God forbid, anything happening to.
And we can't, because we all know that it'd be nothing but chaos.
You are the leader of the free world, Mr. President. Believe as I'm making this post, if God forbid anything happened to you, the country would go into chaos.
Straight
We're not
chaos.
gonna let that happen. My family, your family, and even the families that are walking around blind, that can't see what you are going to do and the things that you are trying to accomplish, or any harm coming your.
And the crazy thing is about this is that we've all seen, even the people that don't like President Trump, they obviously see what he's done ever since he got in the White House. We're not gonna talk about what he did before, because he's did a lot of stuff. But since we talking about this, ever since he stepped foot in the White House, it has been nothing but better things happen. There's definitely a lot, and I say this all the time. I'm not a person that's gonna sit here that's just gonna make everything and say, oh yeah, things are perfect. Trust and believe, it's been going way better than what I've seen with the last presidents. But and I should say, when it comes to what I've seen, and I really wasn't paying so much attention, when it came to Obama, but I did when it came to Biden and Kamala. And I see a lot more change, and a lot of other people do too as well. I see so many people that constantly have this anger, this outrage at President Trump just because they don't like him. And that's all it is. I mean, because we constantly see every day of what President Trump is doing.
Step up the security. Please make a larger perimeter from wherever you come in from. The Secret Service, Homeland Security, you are protecting a man of God. You are protecting the only thing that's coming between us, people that are trying to take down and destroy this country. Pray for you, Mr. President.
And I'm sorry for pausing. I have to pause, y'all, because of music.
God's He'll be looking over you, and you be looking over your family. May God be looking over the United States of America, not only to keep my family safe, but all of my fellow Americans as well.
Exactly. And that's one thing about it. You know, I've came into this, you know, let me tell y'all a little something right quick before we get in these other videos. When I first started doing these videos, I don't know if y'all seen, I know a lot of y'all have been here since day one, since I started these videos, and I definitely love that. Definitely love that, and I appreciate that so much. But when I first started doing these videos, y'all, I would literally get so many comments because, again, y'all gotta realize I came from doing music reactions, sports reactions, comedy and stuff, so it was very diverse. And I should say now, you know, it's not very diverse. It's diverse on my channel, but it was diverse. And when I say that, I react to a lot of rap music. I reacted to, you know, a lot of drill, a lot of hip hop, R&B, rock, just everything, K-pop, a lot of different music, you know. So of course, you know, different people, different countries, everywhere, literally. So when I was doing that and I started these videos on my same channel, I had so many comments of the right, they're pure violent. They every time they having a rally or this, that, and the other, you know, they're violent and they talk crazy and they want to fight. They want to do this. They want to do that. And I wanted to see for myself, you know, so I'll start watching videos. I start looking at videos, you know, of black folks, you know, going to these Trump rallies because I was curious, you know. I didn't really know. I didn't really know anything, you know. And when I start seeing videos, even up until now, and just seeing how so many people are trying to make it seem like it's more of a race thing, and it's not. You know, it's not. And I see so much now from then when I started to now on how many other, you know, on how, and I love it too, on how many people, you know, regardless of color, regardless of where you're from, supports Trump. Is just amazing to me because it just goes to show you that more and more people are turning to President Trump and seeing what he's actually doing and not seeing what other people are putting out, you know, the lies, the negativity. And I started to realize that, you know, so I feel like it's definitely important for others to realize that too and stop looking at other people. You know, people will tell you, you know, anything. You know, I've grew up in a Democratic household and my parents are still Democrats to this day. You know, it's all about, you know, they all black this, black that, you know, and yeah, I got parents like that, you know, and I don't like it at all. You know, every time I hear somebody say something about it, you know, I just think it's just one of those things, and that's just me. I just think it's one of those things that, like, when I see somebody doing great, I love that. You know, I love that for them, regardless of the skin color, because it's just amazing, especially like where I came from. You know, I always thought I couldn't do this, you know, of what I do now, you know, having that mindset coming from, you know, the household that I was in. And I'm telling y'all, from there and to where I am now, total different change. I'll tell you that. What you got here? News alert. Fox News drops bombshell. Shady hunting stand, prime sniper perch overlooking Trump's Air Force One exit at Palm Beach. Sat there for months, visible to the Secret Service until Thursday sweep. No fail mission. More like an epic fail factory. From Butler to now, these clowns could spot a neon elephant. Says this, and y'all can find this post at _ I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I can say that or not on here. Just look up Dr. Vincent Sativa. But I'll try to watch what I say on here too, y'all. Y'all know how things are. But it says time to drain the swamp. At Secret Service, fire the flops, install real patriots who put America first, like the boss does, who's with me. So you literally have here, Cash Patel says, United States Secret Service spotted a suspicious stand near Air Force One zone in Palm Beach. FBI is investigating, as y'all can see. My thing is that I do find a lot of it odd, especially that being there for months. That's a little bit insane to me. I do feel as if it does need a bigger perimeter check, especially with President Trump and others, that's doing these speeches and stuff like that, because what I'm about to show y'all definitely is, wild. You literally have here Chicago Mayor Johnson at the No Kings protest, literally using the words "fight and destroy." Check it out.
Are you all ready to defend this democracy? Yeah! Are you ready to fight fascism? Yeah! Are you prepared to destroy authoritarianism once and for all? Yeah! I'll let the world hear you. No peace.
So you literally have him using those words, like I've said before, and I am going to say it again. And y'all know, if y'all the real OGs, y'all know I said a lot. When you're having somebody that's going through mentally things, mental things mentally, and negative, destructive, going through that mental illness, and they're going to protests like these. And yes, there are people literally adding fuel to the fire. If what Mayor Brandon Johnson is doing, let's say a person isn't mentally ill, you're still adding fuel to the fire when you're having people that are like this. So again, having that found right across, from where that landing zone, with President Trump's plane. I mean, come on now. Literally telling people to do these things. Not only that, you literally have another leftist protester saying this to everyone.
You gotta grab a gun.
You have to grab a gun.
Turn around the guns on this fascist system. These ICE agents gotta get shot and wiped out. The state machinery, that's a full display right there, has to get wiped out.
So y'all mean to tell me, and this, again, this is in Chicago, y'all. This is in Chicago. So, although this might be in a different state, regardless of the fact, you're having these different individuals, y'all. Different individuals having and saying things like this. We don't know what's going through this man's mind. He needs to be arrested, me personally. People that are like, they need to be arrested. They need to be investigated, because saying stuff like this, I don't know. Just looking at him and seeing how this man is acting, I mean, it's very odd to me. It's very odd. A lot of this stuff, and how these individuals are acting. They're saying no kings, and calling President Trump this, and calling Trump supporters this, and this, that, and the other. I'm telling y'all, they're the problem. They're the problem. This right here is a No Kings protester with the Mexican flag. Literally is pointing to her neck as a gesture to a Charlie Kirk fan. Again, in Chicago.
Hey, you ever heard of Ozempic, you fat ass?
I'm telling y'all, it's that bad, and I have to take the curse words out. I didn't know he said that, but when I tell y'all that it is really bad, bro, it is extremely bad. So right here it says, I want to make sure this is the right clip. Make sure this is the right clip, y'all. But right here says the woman caught mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination has reportedly been identified as Lucy Martinez, a Chicago public school teacher. I'm pretty sure K through 8th grade. Says it is true. She shouldn't be teaching anyone's kids, which, again, I did a little bit, more digging. And I did see, in fact, a picture of, the school, and, the teacher ID and stuff like that. So she is, in fact, a teacher at a public school in Chicago. Says, let's make her famous. She wanted attention. Now she'll get it. They have shared this with Chicago schools, and things like that. The school has took down their website, as well as the school's X account. So I'm telling y'all, it's stuff like this. I mean, you literally having people like this, It's one thing with protesting, saying what you got to say, marching down, saying this, saying that. But when you sitting there and you mocking someone's death, I mean, that just, it shows you that you have, and I was about to say it shows you your character. It shows that you have no character. Me personally. And I find it really disgusting. Especially, with her being, a public school teacher. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what grade she's teaching, but I know it's a school K through 8th grade. It's very sickening. It's very sickening. And I know she's not the only one. She's just one that got caught. But and that's what, people don't feel it. People fail to realize, trust and believe. She's not going to be the only one. But things like this, people like this need to be caught. And they need to face the consequences, and that's just how I feel. It's definitely sad. It's definitely sickening, and like I always say, God definitely sees all. With a person that this disgusting, just like the other individuals saying to grab a gun, or Mayor Brandon Johnson, it's just very sickening on how people are. But then they want to turn and say that, Trump supporters and President Trump is the ones, that's violent, this, that, and the other. No, I can't agree with that. And ever since doing these videos, I'm telling y'all, from the start, I knew something. I knew something immediately. Something wasn't right. You know what I mean? Something wasn't right when I first started, looking at these videos and seeing, what the Republican Party was about, and seeing what President Trump was about. And I seen so many things that, I've been lied to. I've been lied to so many things, when it like I said, growing up in a Democratic household, and yeah, this person is like this, and this person has done this, and seeing it for myself, I feel like it's something that I'm definitely grateful for. I'm definitely grateful for, for myself and to show others, because I definitely feel it's something that needs to be shown, to other people, everything, it's definitely sad. One thing about it, I'm going to stay on top of it, see if we get some more information on, the sniper's nest. But make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the next video dropping tonight. Catch y'all next one.